Pastry chef. That's my title, my craft, my identity. Most people see the finished product, the glossy fruit tarts, the perfectly risen soufflés, the intricate sugar work that seems to defy gravity. They see precision, success, and a touch of magic. But what they don't see are the countless mistakes. The glorious, frustrating, and ultimately essential failures that happen behind the swinging kitchen doors. They don't see the collapsed cakes, the seized chocolate, the burnt caramel that fills the air with the smell of bitter disappointment. Today, I want to talk about those mistakes, because in every baking disaster, there's a profound life lesson waiting to be learned. Baking mistakes that teach life lessons. One of the first and most humbling mistakes every baker makes is misreading the recipe. You're confident, perhaps a little rushed, and you swap teaspoons for tablespoons, baking soda for baking powder. The result is inevitably a disaster, a cake that tastes like a salt lick or a batch of cookies that spread into one giant, flat entity. This teaches you the fundamental importance of attention to detail. In life, just as in baking, rushing through the instructions or skipping the foundational steps rarely leads to success. The most impressive achievements are built on a bedrock of careful preparation and a respect for the process. You learn to slow down, to read carefully, and to understand that the small things, the seemingly insignificant details, are often what hold everything together. Then there's the dreaded overmixing. You want your batter to be perfect, silky smooth, and free of any lumps. So you keep mixing, and mixing, and mixing, convinced that more effort will yield a better result. But instead of a tender, delicate crumb, you get a tough, rubbery cake. You've overdeveloped the gluten, strangling the very lightness you were trying to achieve. This is a powerful lesson in knowing when to stop. In our careers and our relationships, we can be guilty of the same thing: overthinking a decision, overworking a project, or overanalyzing a conversation until we've stripped it of all its natural joy and spontaneity. Sometimes, the best course of action is to do just enough and then trust the process, let things be. True strength and beauty often come from a gentle hand, not from brute force. Another classic failure is impatience. We've all been there. Pulling a loaf of bread from the oven, the aroma intoxicating, and cutting into it almost immediately. Instead of a glorious slice, you're met with a gummy, dense interior. The steam, which was meant to finish cooking the crumb, escapes, and the structure collapses. Baking teaches you the virtue of patience. Good things genuinely take time, whether it's letting dough rise, allowing caramel to cool, or letting a cheesecake sit in the fridge overnight. In life, we chase instant gratification, wanting success now, answers now, and happiness now. But the most meaningful rewards, deep friendships, a fulfilling career, personal growth, require time to develop and mature. The waiting is not an empty space. It's an active, essential part of the creation. Perhaps the most valuable lesson comes from a complete and utter catastrophe. Imagine spending hours on a multi-layered entremet, only to have it slide off the cake board and onto the floor in a heap of mousse and shattered glaze. The initial feeling is crushing. But after the frustration subsides, something else emerges: resilience. You clean up the mess, you take a deep breath, and you start over. You learn that failure isn't the end, it's simply a data point. It shows you what didn't work. This resilience is the cornerstone of any creative or ambitious endeavor. Life will knock you down. Projects will fail. Your best laid plans will go awry. The true measure of your character isn't whether you fall, but how you choose to get back up, armed with new knowledge and a stronger resolve. In the end, my greatest creations are not just made of flour, butter, and sugar. They are built from the ghosts of fallen soufflés and the memory of burnt sugar. Each mistake has been a teacher, shaping my hands and my heart. The pursuit of perfection is a myth. The real journey is in the learning, the adapting, and the graceful acceptance of our own beautiful imperfections. I'm a pastry chef, and I am a collection of all the wonderful mistakes that have made me who I am.